Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. Alright, testing again. One, two, three. Sound check. Sound check. Testing mic 1, 2, 3. Again, testing mic sounds a little different. Over. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Mic check. One more mic check. Mic testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
What's up, guys? There's something weird with this sound. I'm trying to sort it out, so hang tight, please.
Alright guys, we are live. Let's see how things are. Seth, can you get on the video too? Don't put a picture of your video on. Alright guys, let's I'm excited about this one. This is day 7. Now I'm not sure if we're getting some echo on the stream. Let me know if you guys hear it, because I did some tests and sometimes OBS does this for me. I don't know what's going on with that. But let me know if there's an echo. Alright, so Seth, let's hop on if you can. That way we can talk about this matchup real quick. And we can also look at the map picks by the 2 players we see here. This is day 7, guys, for FSL.
Am I even allowed to listen in on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you guys right before the game starts. Okay. So right now it's okay.
Little Reaper. Yeah. Got it. Pretty good job.
Alright, so here's the map. You guys can see the map picks, guys. There is an echo. Alright, I'm not quite sure why that's happening now, but we'll have to deal with it somehow. But taking a look at the map picks, you guys can see right there. We'll start off game 1 on offside. Game 2 on light shade. And if necessary, drag it out for the designer match. Seth, let's talk to Seth. Seth, can you hop on? Tell me what things are
Yep.
going. That way you can.
I think we're good to go. The players are in the lobby. They're just patiently waiting. They're pouncing at each other like a tiger and a reaper,
Nice.
and we're ready to get this going.
Okay, so let me do a final thing to this tweet that we're starting. Just to get a little bit additional viewers watching here. There is a little bit of an echo situation. I'll try to solve that, but I'm not casting this one, so you won't hear too much from me. That's the good news. While I try to debug this problem. Fortunately, we don't have a soundproof out, so. And the music is loud, so there you go. There's a lot of good feedback that we're getting from the players. So we didn't get a chance to do too much of a sound check, but let's get going. I think we're.
Yep. So players, good luck. Have fun. I'm gonna mute and deafen you, and we'll talk to you at the end of the match. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Let's get this going. Sure that they cannot hear us because we're gonna be seeing a lot of spoilers during this cast. And off we go.
There is a 30-second delay too, so.
All right, you guys are watching
FSL Season 3.
Okay, so let's introduce our players. Our observer KJ Freedom is pointing out the orange Protoss spawning on the bottom left of the map. He is
Lucky Tiger.
and his opponent on the top right side of the map. Our youngest player in FSL, he is
Little Reaper.
All right, so for those of you from at home, this is our Code B match, which is, our basically our entry level players who are just really starting to learn, and so your ranges of skill levels from from the very beginning bronze, which is bronze is the lowest, which right now Lucky Tiger is in the bronze league. And all the way down, all the way up to low gold levels. So it's a big gap, but they're all still just trying to get to know the game, right? They're still learning the mechanics of it. There's a lot of things going on, but here we see Little Reaper scouting early. It was a pylon scout, and looks like he might be doing some sort of a cheese here because of the way he doesn't want to be scout. So. But now he sees that. Let's see what he has. Alright, so he doesn't go all the way. So I don't know if he saw the gateways, but it was a very defensive setup there for Lucky Tiger. Actually, already has 2 cannons in the back. Wow. Okay, and then he has another pylon. I think he just wants to be defensive. He doesn't want to die to anything early. At the same time, Little Reaper is making his own cannon. So I think he's going to be getting ready to expand. He thought about putting a shield battery on the top of his ramp, but he opts out to make cyber and a bunch of gateways with cannon. So he's going to get defensive while preparing to expand. Meantime, let's see, the Lucky Tiger, let's see what Lucky Tiger's doing. He brought down his Zealot, and he's also trying to expand. So this is, this is a pretty cool opening for both. They don't want to commit on any type of attack. They just want to be defensive. They don't want to die to anything quickly. Lucky Tiger has a good setup where you can't do probe harass on his main mineral line because he already has 2 cannons there. But there's 3 gateways. It's gonna be a 4 gate here for Little Reaper, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be doing anything with it soon. He hasn't even started Warp Gate yet. And it's funny, they both started their Nexus around the same time. He is chronoing a Stalker. But yeah, but here's also a Stalker for Little Reaper. So this is a pretty even opening for both Protoss players here. Right now, in the standings, Little Reaper is 1-0. So there's a scout. He scouts 2 Zealots. There's going to be a Stalker. It's going to be popping out. But he sees a Twilight similar to his build. He sees that he's going to get killed by a cannon. And, you know, I think it's pretty much standard other than the 2 cannons in the back. But as I was saying, Little Reaper is 1-0 in this season, and Lucky Tiger's 0-1. So it's still early, but you know this is a good time to start jockeying for that playoff position. There is a Stargate on the way for Lucky Tiger, and Little Reaper. Oh, there it is. So his Warp Gate is almost third done, and there's no Warp Gate for Lucky Tiger. But I think he's going to be transitioning to Stargate units. So, and I like this. Both of them are just making probes 2 at a time, right? This is what we like to see in Code B. You know, you gotta set up your economy. You gotta set up a good macro engine here so you can start making a lot of units. But here's our first excursion of the game. The 2 Stalkers are shoot out by the other 2 Stalkers, but there's a Zealot to tank for them. So alright, so they just disengage. I think Lucky Tiger, our Orange Protoss, got the better part of that engagement. He damaged a lot more on those Stalkers beyond the shields. So, alright, so here's an upgrade for Lucky Tiger. He's getting armor first. That's curious. You know, now I don't think he's, well, as I say that, I didn't think he was going to go ground units, but it looks like he's warping in 4 gateways. And the thing is, he doesn't have Warp Gate yet. So, I think, you know, these are things that he can fix in his future games if he watches this replay or this VOD. He needs to get Warp Gate. So, Protoss, you always get Warp Gate. It's cheap. It's 50-50. 50 gas, 50 mineral. It takes a while to research, but it's one of the most important things that you can have in Protoss. Just like, oh, there's a battle in the front. All right, so they trade Stalkers, but I think the Reaper is ahead here. He still has 4 Stalkers here, and more Stalkers are incoming. And I think he's just gonna get run over here because he does not have Warp Gate, and he realized that, and he starts Warp Gate too late here. Now he's making 1 Stalker at a time. His gateways are finishing. Well, it's finished, but he's not making any units. So there it is. He's making another Zealot, but he's gonna lose all of these probes down low, and there's gonna be more Stalkers coming in for Little Reaper. So, and I think this is gonna be GG here. Right? I think he just got caught not having Warp Gate, not making enough units. Right? He's still trying to make some Zealots, but that 1 pylon's gonna depower 4 gateways. Now, he might. No, I would say that. I thought it was gonna last a little bit longer, but now that pylon's gone, I think this is gonna be GG pretty soon. Or I think it'll take a little bit for Lucky Tiger to realize, okay, you know what, this is GG, and I think shaking his head thinking, what did I do wrong? Well, you need to get your Warp Gate finished. And as soon as it's finished, you gotta just keep warping in. You have to use your warping cycle to make units. Otherwise, you're just gonna get run just like that. So that's a good game 1 for Little Reaper, the favorite in this game. And let's see if Lucky Tiger can put up a fight in their second game. So let's set that up. Light Shade is our map. And make sure I'm using our Observer Plus mod. Let's invite our players.
Okay, pretty interesting game there, huh?
Yeah, I think it started off very well for Lucky Tiger. He had a good probe count, he had good infrastructure. He didn't have Warp Gate, and so when he was attacked, he started making units, but just like other barracks or other races, they have to wait for it to be trained as opposed to just be instantly warping in. And he just got overrun. But I think we're ready for game 2. Okay. Let's do this. Game number 2.
Chicken Man,
Alright.
thanks for the host and raid.
Alright, you guys are watching
FSL Season 3.
introducing our players. On the top left side of the map, our orange Protoss. He is
Lucky Tiger.
And on the bottom right side of the map, his opponent, our blue Protoss.
Little Reaper.
So it was a not bad opening for both. Not bad for Lucky Tiger. He just, he has to level up in that part of the game where he needs to start making units and continually making units. He literally started playing StarCraft 4-5 weeks ago. Right, he's still learning the nuances of the game. Right, his mechanics are not there. He's been watching some YouTube tutorials here and there and what to do and how to start off. But unless you've been playing this enough, right, it's hard to really get the hang of it. StarCraft is a very hard game. So, all right, so what do we see here? We see Little Reaper, just like last game, scouting early with the probe. And he's going to see the same thing here. I think he's trying to see if he can steal the gases, but both gases have already been taken. So Lucky Tiger tries to kill that probe. He lost a little bit of mining time there, but I think he's gonna try again. He really wants this probe. And the thing is, you don't need to chase that probe. You can just send one, and that would be enough. But he pulls off his worker, starts mining again, so that sets him back a little bit. He makes a Zealot first. Now, what is he? He needs to put down a gateway as soon as possible because, I think he does have a gateway. He needs to put down a cyber as soon as possible. There we go. All right, because you need a cyber to start making the other important techs that you need. Right after cyber, you have 3 options. Ooh, there's a pause request. And let's see what's going on here. I think he's playing around with his cam. I think he didn't like the angle he was being shown in the game, so he wants to make sure he has his best side. But in this game, looks like Twilight Council is already on the way. I think I have a feeling that Little Reaper is just gonna do the same thing. Oh, so he switched it. He didn't like that 3/4 view. He wants the straight up view, so. All right, so just waiting for Little Reaper to signal that we're ready. And he's ready. Okay. Lucky Tiger, ready?
Game resumed.
Okay. So here's a Twilight Council. I have a feeling that Little Reaper is just going to research Blink again. He's gonna warp in a few more gateways, and he's just gonna do Mass Stalker style. And he's gonna see if Lucky Tiger can defend that this time. So, all right. So here's the Cyber. Ah, look at that. Research right away. So this is good to see. He's learned his lesson from game 1. But he needs to use his money though. So if he wants to expand or drop in more gateways, Blink is on the way here for Little Reaper. Ah, there it is. There's an expansion. So, I like this. I like what I'm seeing here for Lucky Tiger. Right? It's just one thing is you cannot forget to research Warp Gate. And so when he forgot that last game, it really spelled doom for him. But he's researching it now. It's halfway done. Like him to put more gateways down so that he can warp in more units. As I say that, there's 3 coming in. And he just needs to start producing stuff. Right? So it's progressing here. Warp Gate's done for Little Reaper. He's going to start warping in Stalkers. I bet there's 2. And all right, so this is what the thing that he didn't do last game was he didn't make cannons in the front. And it'll be good if he makes those 2 cannons and pair them up with a shield battery. That will, as I say that, there's a shield battery. Keep in mind there's a 30-second delay here for our cast. So, it's just coincidence that I say that and he drops it as soon as I say that. But that's a good setup for him. The 2 cannons with the shield battery will help him against the Mass Stalker style here. Now, of course, the Stalkers will still overrun that if you don't have any units. So he needs to start producing units. There's a armor first. So he liked doing this armor first instead of a attack upgrade. All right, so here are the Stalkers. Now let's see if Little Reaper will keep going if he sees this. Oh, so he does blink in. And that's a good move here by Little Reaper. He says, you know what? All of this is powered by 1 pylon. And all I have to do is just kill that pylon and it's game over. And so, again, Lucky Tiger is caught in the very early part of the game where he's still producing gateways instead of units. Alright, so there's his warp in, but it's gonna be too late here. There's a lot of Stalkers, not just Stalkers, but Blink Stalkers here in his base. Now, the Zealots are doing work, kills 2 Stalkers there, but there's just too many Stalkers here. And the Stalkers are just gonna depower everything. And I think this is just gonna be GG. I think, so we're gonna have to talk to the Lucky Tiger here and just tell him, you know what? You just have to keep producing units. And so, this is good lessons to learn. There's the GG. And as expected, Little Reaper wins this match. There's a lot of good things that I saw from Lucky Tiger, but he needs to finish it out, that build, by actually making units. So let's talk to our players here. Good game, both of you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so Lucky Tiger, there's a lot of good things I saw in that game, right? I like the build. I like the building placement. They're just making probes constantly. But the one thing I realized was that you're not making units as soon as your warp gate's done. You're not continually warping in, right? And so that's the one thing that you may need to look at fixing in your next game. Is just make units. I think the early game and the early expansion and getting your econ is really pretty good. But I do have a question. So did you forget your warp gate in the
first one? Yes. That's what killed me. I was like, wow.
Right. So you've got to pair that with, researching warp gate, chronoing it. But as soon as it's done, you gotta warp in units, right? And do not you gotta use up your warp in cycles. So as soon as the warp in cycle is done, as in the cooldown is done, warp in again, right? So that you will have enough units. So I think he just did a fast attack. He just warped in a lot of stalkers and then came and attacked you, and you didn't have enough units. So that's one of the things, right? These are things that you have to go through to learn. And so, but otherwise, I like the build, right? I like the way that. Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, if you look at the workers active, right, you're actually consistent. You're on par with him in some parts too. You made more workers than he did. Right now, it's just a matter of supplementing your front defenses with your army, right, and making army itself. So, but good. It's a good game. So there's a lot to be learned, and we're looking forward to your next progression in your next game. So,
Appreciate it.
you have any comments on your game or what you're looking forward to in the next time?
Being able to multitask quicker. That's kind of how it is. The cooldown with the research, the warps.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which one's the right order to go in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of like just like I said,
Yeah.
I was very conscious about it. Actually, kind of do it. But when I realized the fort, I was so I'll get the cannons up so I don't get a quick attack. That warp thing, I was like, if I had the warps ready, I think I could have defended against the stalkers a little better than that first game. Like, no.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it takes time, right? Like I mentioned from the cast, right? You really just started playing, in about a month ago, and so the only way you can really learn is to get these type of losses and to know what you need to fix, right? And you get better and better. But we do see improvement from last game to this game, so we look forward to the next improvement in your next game. So good luck.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Alright.
nice job, man. Good. You're improving every time. So.
All right, congratulations, Little Reaper, for the win. You're now 2-0. How do you feel?
Kinda good, but in the first game when he did when he didn't get like a pylon in the front, I thought he was proxying because it doesn't make sense that you won't have a pylon or anything at the start.
That's true, right? Because he, instead of putting it in the front, he put it in the back. And so that kind of confused you. It would confuse me as well if I'd scouted in the beginning and I didn't see pylon nor gateway. And I would go back as soon as possible. But good job on, putting the proper defenses and then making units right away. And then just doing a quick stalker attack. I like that. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Do you have any other questions, KJ Freedom?
No. Did you plan on just rushing, or that's the only question?
I don't know when I just
All right, so I think we're good. Congratulations, Little Reaper, and good job, both of you, for the game. Look forward to your next game, and we're gonna take a quick break to set up our Code A match between Scarloey, also known as Spaghettio, versus High Command. So let's see if we can get that started. All right, good job, guys.
Alright, we'll be right back.
I don't see High Command on.
Okay, guys. Looks like we're still waiting for high command. However, we could start the next game and just give that a shot because high command is non-existent. We've never had a situation where one of the players actually miss a game. Usually, because you can reschedule this, we can coordinate with you, even play from a replay. So we may have to do that for his games. So he would be the first ever to miss. And unfortunately, I do have a really weird echo thing going on here, so I don't get it.
To see if he's ready. He's been on in the stream chat, so I think he's ready. So he's probably just gonna get on and see if he can start the game.
Yeah, you can turn on your cam now, Seth. Looks like we'll just get that set up. We're just gonna hop straight into the Code S match because the Code
Yeah,
A
let's
players.
hold on. Let
wasn't ready.
me message.
Hang tight, guys.
But we can't start talking about this game though. This is a pretty big game.
That's true. It is a big game, so let's just zoom in on this matchup. This is a
So we have
big
Dark
game.
Menace, who is 2-0 already, and Very Cool, who's 1-0. Right, and so this is gonna be an important game because it's you'd want to get to top two, right? The first four seeds make the playoffs, right? But the top two kind of gets a bye, so you want to get that slot. But it looks like they're there. I'll be right back. Let me set up the game.
So let's chat about this. Very cool. In his last match, he cheesed the heck out of Regret. And we knew Very Cool as a macro player. And now people know that he could just go full cheese. So Dark Menace knows this. He's been practicing for this. Dark Menace is a macro player. So we'll see how this works out, guys.
All right, they're actually doing their vetoes. If you want to show it, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, so let's show the vetoes real quick while we wait
So-
here.
So
for
Very
this
Cool,
match.
standard against the Zerg. Vetoes Submarine.
Yep, show that on screen right there.
And then Dark Menace vetoes Lightshade.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
We got Maligan. You can turn on your camera too, Maligan, so we can show you.
Alright.
Step 2 until the game starts.
All right, so here's our first game. Very Cool picks Romanticide. And that's going to be our game 1 for our Code S match.
Okay, I'm trying to start up my StarCraft. So who's casting this game?
You guys.
Okay. All right, both of
All right.
us.
Alright, cool. Alright.
This will be fun because they scout each other. They know about the cheese
Yeah.
or full macro. And it's Zerg versus Protoss, so that's a lot of fun.
And I think Dark Menace is itching to get a payback from that 2v2 tournament.
Oh yeah, maybe so. Yep.
That's right. Because Spaghetti was the champ, right? With
No,
the...
it's Regret and
Oh
Very
yeah,
Cool.
Regret and
Took-
Very Cool.
Took that first place, and they've already spent their money, so they're winning. All right, so let's just get our players joining our lobby here. All right, so let's invite them again.
Yeah, I think this is one of the most waited on, most anticipated matches in FSL right now. Just because of
Well,
the, very cool has shot up the ranks.
Yeah, I mean he's really improved. So
yeah, definitely. And from his very impressive game one win or match number one win, it showed that he did his homework. He prepared for it. He studied his opponents and even studied their overlord scouting pattern and circumvented that with a specific strat, right?
that's
So
right.
let's see what he does here against Dark Menace.
Alright, I'm having problems getting into the lobby. What the heck? Saying entering lobby. Just. Alright.
Invite you again.
You may have to relog BNet real quick.
Yeah, let me try that. Let's see.
All right, I'll be right.
Oh man. Okay, let me exit. I'll be back with StarCraft.
Okay, guys, we're almost there. Let's show the map picks again while we wait for Malagant here. Game 1, Romanticide. Dead Aura for Game 2. And if necessary, Jagannatha. Again, this is FSL Day 7. We're Codex match now.
Yeah, all of the Code S matches are very interesting. I look forward to all of them. But you're right. This one, it's a lot been it's been a lot of anticipation for it because of the way things have turned out in the past week, and I'm really interested on what they prepared for and how this is going to turn out.
Yeah.
All right, so just waiting on.
Alright, we're launching my SC.
It's that Mac delay, right? Just loading it up.
No, it's
Don't you have a special boot for Windows or something? Or you didn't restart that, right?
yeah, it's just StarCraft. I think it's the network. I don't know.
So we can see there on camera, Dark Menace. Very cool. Needs to spend that money on a camera.
Actually, his problem is that he's in a room where he has other people in the room and they don't want to be in the camera.
We can face the camera down, like really high, so it faces just his face and keyboard, kind of like the way Little Reaper had it.
We'll work on that. That's what I was told. So
Yeah. So just FYI, I don't know if they're watching this, but they'll watch the VOD or very cool. But you can set up your camera so it only shows your face and your keyboard. So if you're just facing it high, you can put it up on top of your monitor.
What in the world? It's still saying waiting for party. I'm already in. Do you guys see me in the game?
Okay, we just invited you to the party. You just joined the party.
well, I took you out of the party and I'm gonna invite you to the game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
BNet
quick.
stuff, guys.
Yeah, it's probably just BNet. Doesn't like.
There he is. He's loading now.
There we go.
Finally. Yeah, it was probably that
Alright.
game. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Let's do this. Starting.
Alright, casters, take it away.
Alright, cameras off for us. There we go.
This game.
All right. Yeah. Those of you just joining in, you are watching
FSL Season 3.
Alright, Romanticide. Let's introduce our players here. Our observer, KJ Freedom, is showing us our orange Zerg. Goes by the name of
Dark Menace.
Alright, at the bottom right, he's the red Protoss. He is.
Very cool.
Alright, let's see. I'm kind of excited actually. I want to see how very cool does his new builds for Zerg, I guess.
So, very cool sent out that probe. It's a pylon scout, an attempt to block
Yeah.
a hatchery, but you know,
Dark.
Dark Menace, the Zerg has no intentions of taking a hatch first.
Yeah.
And he's still gonna get blocked. Can't take that hatch after pool. And he also sent out a drone scout, right? So that drone scout to make sure that he's not being cheesed. And but the thing is, you actually that's a big economic setback for you that early when you send that drone out. So and couple that with the fact that you can't take your early expansion, right?
Yeah.
And there it is. He's gonna take the
Oh, he
expansion
canceled
now, but it's been delayed. It's been delayed. That's pretty late.
Yep.
In the meantime, very cool. He's already getting his Nexus up. Now the thing is, there are 4 links coming in, right? So he's gonna need to get a zealot out or something.
Yeah. Needs to block that or close the choke. But I think 4 links are okay. You can handle
4
it.
links are okay, but you know you kind of don't want to lose, 1 or 2 probes out off of that, and then also lose mining time to try to fight it. Right, so a simple zealot block or just making sure that you're walled in.
Yeah, you're walled in.
But here are the links. They're coming in.
There's no zealot being warped in.
No zealot.
Nothing.
All right, there's the.
Oh, okay. Adept.
I think he waited for the cyber to finish.
Yeah.
But I think he could have still.
Could have closed this actually.
Yeah.
Closed it with a.
So that's
Gateway.
good. He started his pylon just in case it gets depowered. He can make sure his adept comes out, which it does.
Oh, he will lose the pylon though.
Yeah, but it's okay
Yeah.
because he already has another pylon on the way. Right? It's just a small delay on the second adept, but it's not the end of the world. That was a good idea to start it right away. Now he just needs to clean out these lings, right? The lings do scout a Stargate opening. I'm not, I don't know if he's gonna be committing to this Stargate. I think he's just gonna make 1 Void Ray and just clear out some Overlords,
Yeah.
and then just power up. So I have a feeling that's what he's gonna do.
I like what Dark is doing here. Take his third. It's good.
Yeah, take your third. Although that third is pretty late. Typically against a Protoss who's not cheesing, who's just going for their early expansion, typically you get that third a lot earlier. Even a minute earlier than when he did. Alright, so here are the first 2 scouting adepts, and see also if you can do some economic damage. Alright, 2 is a perfect number in terms of just harass and scout because you can one-shot a drone.
Oh, look at that. There's an oracle behind his void ray.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the Void Ray is actually going through some usual spots where you park an Overlord, and he hasn't been doing
just
anything.
clearing up.
Alright, so he loses 2 links. He needs to shade. There you go. He's gonna lose this 1. But that 1 is gonna get through. Let's see how. No, he needs to target the drones, not the queen.
Yeah, not the queen.
There you
You're
go.
just gonna scratch the
he
queen's
didn't even
armor.
He didn't even get 1 drone. So that's.
Yep.
Alright, so that's a microcontrol here for mishaps here for very cool.
Alright,
But
see if this oracle can do some damage. Maybe take out a couple of drones.
second Oracle. Wow.
Yeah, oracle play from very cool.
Let's
It
see.
looks like he's waiting for it, so
Yeah.
it's gonna go together, I guess.
Yeah, so it's cool to have 2 of them because you can one shot a worker just like the adepts.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Zerg does not have a spore and it only has 1 queen, you can kill a lot of workers before they can even shoo it away.
Yeah.
And so here's the second Oracle. There are roaches being produced, and following that up with the Hydra Den. So
This is good. Very cool. Has a third already.
yeah, so here are the Oracles. Let's see if they can get some drone kills. Like I said, he picked the wrong one. He needs to get out of there. Not that one. He needs to go to the top.
It has to micro that
No.
Oracle.
All right, so he gets 3.
Yeah, not
He
bad.
gets a good scouting. Got a lot of mining time lost for our Zerg player, and he keeps 2 Oracles. So that's good. He could have done more though, but you can take that because it's free damage right now. And the fact that he has third coming up, right? One of the scouting reports on Dark Menace is he's very good in macroing, powering up, getting lots of units. He's very good at injecting. And the scouting report on Very Cool is he's very good in macro, right? He can just balloon out of control if you just leave him, let him be.
Yeah, I would love to see him use his void to clear out those overlords, because his void rays are just parked there. Look at that.
Yeah. I think his micro is being taxed right now with the
Yeah, with the
with the Oracle, and also just getting his structures down, and there's attention, and APM is a resource that we don't have a lot of. That you really have to wisely use it on some things, right? And so it's nice to be able to kill these overlords with your void race, but you have to allocate APM for that, right? And APM right now that you can't spare, and you can't blame them.
Well, you know what I do? I just rally point attack on my voids around the base, then park them after. So
Ooh.
that's how I use my voids early.
Yeah, I think he went through the usual spots where the void, the overlords usually are, but they've already moved away. And so after he did that, he just kind of stayed home. But yeah, you're right. He could have just used a shift
Yeah.
Q command on
Yep.
a lot of the different places. But it looks like he's busy doing other stuff. But here's an attack here for a bunch of
Ooh.
Lings and Hydras. There's a stasis ward that's gonna be tripped by all of these Lings. The Lings
Only one
actually
Ling got
only one.
caught.
But he has enough defense here. And I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think Dark Menace can do enough here, I guess.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go home. He needs to get his 4th. This is a good tag here for the Oracle. He's constantly tagging, where the army is for the Zerg, so he can keep track and move accordingly. What you don't want to do is not know where they're coming from, and you get blindsided, and by the time you know it, you lost a building or 2 unnecessarily. And look at that. They're both taking their 4th, but the Protoss kind of took his just a second or 2 before the Zerg, and that's not a good sign for the Zerg.
Yeah, I know, right? You have to be ahead.
You have
So-
to be ahead. He's gonna lose 1 Oracle.
Oh,
He saves
he
it and
survived.
gets off a tag. It's a good Oracle control here, but I
4 hit points.
think he's gonna lose that now if he stays there.
Wow, still
Alright.
okay. Finally, it goes down.
But that's a good scout, right? With that scout, he identifies that more Hydras are coming, and the 4th has been taken, right? And so look at this composition here for our Protoss player, right? He's got charge slots. Storm is almost done. He's warping in Templars now. I hope he
Okay.
doesn't make them into Archons. He needs to start banking energy.
Yeah.
And right there, neck to neck in terms of armies. Supply here. All right, that's actually a pretty scary Protoss army here, because what's good against the base units are Hydras, but Hydras are terrible against Storm.
Yeah.
Right? But this is a good transition here for our Zerg player. He's now making Lurkers, and Lurkers, right, are very defensive units. Tough to crack when you're trying to siege a base, right? If there are a lot of Lurkers there, you're gonna need to use other units other than what he has. So as a Protoss, what do you do against Lurkers?
I go air actually when I see lurkers.
Yeah, as you say that, looks like Very Cool has dropped down 2 more Stargates and
Yeah,
a
there you go. Oh, what did he
And he's
recall there?
warping. He recalled. I think he tried to recall that Oracle that was coming, that was gonna get killed, but I think it died. All right, so here's the siege up by the Lurkers.
Oh no.
But you know what? There's a cannon there that can see him, and there's
Yeah,
even a
there's a good
revelation.
tag.
And they were
And the storm's
exposed.
gonna come.
And
Boom.
the storms are here. That's not a good fight here for Dark Menace. He's
Yeah,
gonna
this is
lose
a
his
bad
entire
spot for
army.
Dark Menace. Oh, he lost so much in that.
Yeah, the lurkers moved in unsupported, right?
Yeah.
And so there's Storm on the way. There's Storm already, researched. Yes, Templars banking energy, and carriers are on the way with +1 already completed. Well, now completed. This is
Yeah.
not a good sign here for our Zerg player.
Yep, this is not a good spot to be in. It's a Zerg, man. They're neck and neck on the supply, and then air toss is gonna be.
Yeah, because
Hard.
against air units for the Protoss, right? Hydras do not work well against air unless you have spellcasters to supplement them. And right now, Dark Menace does not have any spellcasters.
Yeah. Air toss with Templars. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he's still building. Yeah, he's building it 3 at a time. He's even making a second cybernetics core for that extra upgrade, so he can start researching the armor for air right away. And there it is. So the longer this goes,
the more powerful toss will be. So
yeah,
well, Dark Menace is. Look at that. He's supply cap. He should do something, I think.
yeah,
They
but
got that.
I think he's identified that there's gonna be a lot of air, so that's good that he's dropped this infestation pit, right? This gives you access to infestors if you wanted to do Microbial or Shroud, or upgrade to Hive so you can start getting Vipers, right? But he can't make infestors right now because he's maxed out. And here's, I think the Protoss is not. I thought he was posturing, but no, he's just going to get his 5th base.
But look at that creep, man.
Yeah, the creep is already in the front door, but
Already in the front door. Toss.
It's all about the engagements now. Let's see the Oracle if he does he's gonna do a revelation on the army here to make sure he can keep track of it.
Yeah, he's trying to do a surround here.
Right. Here it is.
Here we go. Storm.
There's Storm 1, Storm 2.
Oh my gosh.
That's not a good fight here for Dark Menace.
Yeah,
He loses
for Dark Menace.
all of his army there.
Oh my gosh.
And he goes in. The lurkers are unprotected. There is a cannon there, so he is able to be detected and loses everything.
He had shield batteries there too, so
yeah, that was not a good fight. Now, at this point, the Protoss should, go counter, right?
yeah, he should go now because he just wiped out the main force.
But I have a feeling he's not gonna go until he's just waiting for the mothership right now. Right, the mothership's almost done.
Mothership's done, almost done. Probably what? Couple minutes.
But there it is. I think he's gonna start poking in now.
Yeah, he needs to take care of those creep, man.
Yeah, he does. But he just needs to make one observer. But he's maxed out. Does he? Yeah, he does have an observer with this armor.
Yeah, he has.
I think he's just gonna check.
Too.
No, he does too. Yeah, he's just gonna check the top right, and then he's going to make a sweep on the top side of the map. And this is where you call it, in StarCraft 1, the finger of God, right? Where the God is just pointing a finger where you go and you can't stop it.
Yeah, this is where people always complain about toss, the A move right there.
Yeah, and you can't do anything against this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
this is a composition and you don't want to meet. Oh my gosh, look at that. You're just gonna melt.
Right, so he's making 20 corruptors, right? But the problem is, you're gonna need to kill that mothership first. So it's gonna tank for you, during that initial battle. There are Archons underneath. There's Storm.
Oh, he's gonna get split. What the heck? Oh, okay.
No, he's just trying to kill that rock first, so that it opens up the circulation for him.
Alright, let's see. This is all about
okay,
engagement now. Here we go.
There's Storm number 1, Storm number 2, and holy cow, he hasn't. Now finally he killed the mothership, but by the time he killed the mothership, his entire army is dead.
Yeah, all his ground units are only close.
They're team number 1. Very impressive win here by Very Cool.
Transition to air.
Yeah, he did that methodically. Good scouting.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what I do. When I see a lot of lurkers, I tend to switch to air.
yeah, I think he needs to figure out how to deal with an air army or kill him before they get there, type of thing.
Yeah, he needs to be aggressive,
It's
I
very
guess.
tough to beat that with Zerg.
Yep, the chances for Dark Menace to win against a long game with a toss with air is very low. He always tend to most of the games he tends to lose
Yeah, I
against air
mean,
toss.
well, I remember when I played him in
Mm-hmm.
previous seasons, and I'm Protoss. That's what the composition I try to go to, right? Because I think that he hasn't solved that riddle yet,
Yeah.
and a lot of us have not solved that riddle yet. But if I was Protoss, that would be the strat that I would try to go for.
Yep. He needs
Oops.
Dark Menace needs to be aggressive, I guess.
I think I picked the wrong guy. Let's see. I'm missing Dark Menace.
It's okay. I can play very cool. Let's see. It'll be funny.
Right, there's Dark Menace.
I know, right? What the heck? These guys are getting better. Jeepers. Okay. Oh no, it's Christmas! Alright. There we go, we're ready.
Okay.
Alright, so Death Aura. Ooh.
Okay, I think we're good. Just making sure I set the right players. And I think I forgot to use the Observer Plus in this mod, but I guess it's okay. I think it's muscle memory for me. When I create that game, I always pick WCS Game Heart. So I gotta make sure I remember Observer Plus. But those just tuning in, you guys are watching
FSL Season 3.
Right. Game number 2. Bottom right, with an impressive win, our Red Protoss. He is.
Very cool.
And on the top left, Zerg player is down one game. He is
Dark Menace.
Ooh, the free
Wow.
extractor.
The extractor trick.
Ooh la la.
You don't usually see that.
I know, right?
But this is a good early drone scout here for Dark Menace,
I know.
because he would be able to identify the fact that this is a forge first.
Ooh.
Now he
that's
is
a good one.
going.
Good thing he would dropped his hatchery already.
But he's gonna need to send those drones now.
He needs. Yep. Let's see if he knows how to.
Yeah, he sends
he
it
knows.
now.
He knows how
There's
to
a
deal
block.
with this.
He's gonna need to do another block up top, which he does.
Nice.
So he missed it.
Yeah, I think Dark Menace knows how to deal with this because I've been.
Yeah. And that's the thing about
I've tried this on
Cannon
him a lot of
rushes.
times.
right, cannon rushes. You have to sometimes overreact,
Yeah.
right?
Send more.
And I think this is gonna be it.
Yeah.
Or no, it's not.
Send more.
I think
There you
that
go.
one
Just
might
stick-
finish. No, it's not gonna.
Nah,
finish.
it's not gonna finish. Yeah, so essentially, Very Cool just wasted 3 pylons, I guess, in a
Yeah, 3 pylons. At the end
nice
of,
stop. Yep.
but the end of the day,
GG's.
because
like
you
that.
know what? At the end of the day, he
Yeah.
hasn't even started his spawning pool yet.
Yeah, he could have.
He could have
been
kept
fine.
going, right?
Yeah, he could have
There's
kept
no
going.
spawning pool.
Did he
Right.
have anything behind when he was cannoning? Did he make any gateways or nothing?
No, but
nothing.
you could easily just put down a nexus,
Yeah.
right,
he
and
could
then
have
get
been
your
fine.
gateway up because there's no spawning pool,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. He could have. He could have. He could have taken that game actually, or not taken that game, but
Well,
even
I
it
mean,
out.
made it competitive, right?
Yeah. Yep. So
but
yeah, we'll
by
ask him.
no means
It's
was
still
it
doable, but
Yeah,
he's
it's
way behind. So he didn't want to deal with it. I think that's what it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, usually you are way behind if it doesn't work because there, during that time, the spawning pool is already morphing. But the fact that he hasn't even started it yet.
Yeah, he didn't
So
have a
here's the problem what you're thinking there. Yes, you can get your Nexus. However, the Zerkin did 3, even 4 bases and drone the hell up. So
Yeah.
that's the problem. So someone like Dark Menace, unless he's all inning, he's gonna jump to 100 workers. It's more of a Masters Pro move to quit that early. At this level, you can play it out. So I think that's your
Yeah.
point.
Yep.
But,
yep.
you
He could
know,
have played it out. Yep, definitely.
If you scouted, right, you went to his base and did not see a spawning pool, you can take your third as well, right? And then you're chronoing probes, because the links are not going to show up for a long time. And even then, it'll be slow links.
Yeah, he should have scouted up, then checked if there's a spawning pool. If not, then if there was, then just probably GG'd or whatever.
Yeah.
And he lost a lot of money too. Keep in mind, 2 workers. How many
Well,
pylons
but
was that?
also, you mean
3
the
pylons.
Yeah, the Zerg hasn't
Just
mined
cancel.
either, right? There are only, 3 or 4 drones mining. because
I
the
get your point. I'm just telling you, Zerg's gonna be so far ahead after that
Well,
game, and you don't want to.
Yeah, they usually are because they have the
No,
only
the-
reason I say that is because the spawning pool has not started.
Well, if you
That's
think
tech.
about it,
I'm talking about the drones, though. You can
Yeah.
have 3 hatch. You can flop down 3 hatcheries, and there's not much the other guy can do because you obviously patrol with the drone. And Protoss won't know. They don't know that you forgot the pool, so they're not gonna take another
Well,
risk.
Yeah.
but yeah,
All
at
right.
this level though, yeah, definitely not the good. I mean, could have okay, because
That's-
that's what I did too last time with Dark Menace. I dropped
should
what
get
4
that.
pylons, and then failed my cannon rush miserably,
Yeah.
and then made a game out of it,
All right,
even though I
guys,
lost.
go for it.
All right. I think they're talking about that as the fastest on record for our FSL game.
Oh, that's right.
Again, you guys are watching.
FSL Season 3.
All right, so that was an all-in if I've ever seen one, right? Whether
That's right.
basically you're all in, you win with that or you lose with that, and so
Yep.
he lost with that specific strat. But let's introduce our players here. Our observer, KJ Freedoms, showing us our orange Zerg, getting that game 2 win. He is
Dark Menace.
All right, our top right player. He's the red Protoss. It is.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think he messed up on his pylon placements. You're supposed to wall off in that corner with your pylons, and I think it put it down too late, and the drones were blocking it. So I think that's what really messed him up. That was a very good defense there by
Yeah,
Dark
good
Menace.
defense, but Dark Menace there. He,
Right,
he
so
was
what they say
blocking
is-
the. Yeah, he was blocking the pylon too. I mean, the probe from making a pylon.
Yeah, and what they say is, you overreact, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he did, and that's how he was able to defend it. But I think it was a good move here for our red Protoss. He did a hatch block, and so it delayed the hatch for a bit and made Dark Menace start the spawning pool first, and now he made his hatch. So this kind of throws you off, this is good thing to do when you're playing, is to throw your enemy's build order off just for a bit, right?
But I like that though. Yeah, very cool. Pull the cheese, early cheese, which I like. I always like cheese.
Yeah.
Makes the game more interesting.
Well, yeah, cheese are part of the game and should be mixed in here and there.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Because if you remember, Very Cool was the type of player who just macroed all the time in previous seasons. And, when people figured out that that's what he was doing, he was just getting rushed and kept dying, right? And if you start mixing in cheese in your play and, makes your opponent not know what you're doing,
Yeah.
you will be more successful, right?
Look at that. All these probes are been scouting diligently on that section there. Probably he's expecting
Yeah, I think
something.
he was looking for proxy
Yeah,
hatch.
proxy hatch.
I think he's been seeing that a lot in ladder lately, right? I think I've seen that in a few of them in IEM games with Zerg, and once somebody breaks that out in a big tournament, everybody in ladder starts copying it.
I know, right?
And then so I think in the games that Very Cool's been playing lately, he's been seeing it, and so in his mind, all right, I'm not dying to that in game number 3 here for the decider. I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing on my side of the map, and I can just do what I want to do. All right, so where are we at here? We have drone count are even.
25. Stargate for Very Cool, so I'm guessing another Void Ray.
And again, the third by the Zerg is very late.
Yeah, he should have dropped a third by now. Unless he's expecting something, so...
Yeah, I mean, I think he's making...
He feels like an
yeah, I
all-in.
think he's using up the money for extra queens. Ooh, that's a good snipe here for the creep tumor, right?
Yeah.
Because usually the queens, you have a choice. The first queen that comes out of the natural, you choose to use it for creep tumor or to inject, right? And so if you use it for creep tumor, that means you didn't use it for inject. And the fact that the creep tumor that was placed down got sniped, you're trying to push that creep because you want to take your third, right? And that gets delayed significantly.
Yeah, so here we go. Dark Menace sacrificing 2 Overlords.
Yeah, to scout. So these 2 adepts have done very well. It's just scouting. It's
Yeah, he sees there's no third.
but it hasn't he sees no third. Well, on that usual third location for the Zerg, but the Zerg could theoretically take that triangle location, and he doesn't know about it yet. But I think the Oracle is gonna spot that there's no third there either. All right, but here are Roaches. Lair is almost done for Dark Menace. Let's see. I think he has something planned here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go aggressive on this game.
Yeah, so
He doesn't want to deal with that air toss.
I mean, Lair's done. You either put down a Nidus or you're gonna get Roach Speed or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see any of that in the production right now. So he's just gonna take his third. I think that was for defense, but that's pretty expensive early for defense, right? You kind of want to use that for something if you're getting it that early. So at the sacrifice of getting your third, right? All right, so but here's the queen's gonna be pushing this creep now.
Yeah, because he was able to scout with his Overlords. There was not
Right,
no
there's
not a lot of
Oracle.
gateways.
Oh no, Void Ray. Void Ray's in the
Yeah.
main. It's just kind of harassing.
Alright, I think he's banking up on troops. Let's see. I think he's gonna
Very
push.
Cool's third is not up yet. He usually takes his third a lot earlier than this. Oh, there it is. There's the third coming up. And so it's a little bit later than the Zerg, which is usually the case. He's gonna do an Overlord drop. So he's probably going to ferry these queens. You call them the German blimp. German taxi. Yeah, German taxi.
German taxi.
So let's see. Is he
There we go.
he's just producing I think this is gonna be an all-in now. This is gonna be a bunch of roaches. This is this is meant to kill Protoss here,
Yeah,
right?
because he's not making any drones anymore, so
Yeah, because the idea here, right, is that you can kill the Void Rays because you are going to ferry the queens over, right? And so he's ferrying 6. No, I think he's waiting for 2 more so he can have 8. And so the Void Rays can't really help you as much. And then the roaches are meant to kill everything on the ground, right? Oh, but he's able to spot this. It's very cool spot.
Oh no!
It's
He
key.
got tagged. Yep.
Right, so at this point, I'd warp in, Zealots, units, and Immortals.
Put in some shield batteries.
Yeah, put in shield batteries, and you just keep making stuff, right?
Alright, here we go. The Zerg's marching up.
Yeah, but it got delayed.
Yeah, it got delayed.
Right, so in the meantime, that one Oracle killed a lot of Lings, or 2 Oracles are killing stuff. So this is really bad. Oh! And he forgot Overlord speed.
Yes, over so slow. Oh my!
I think.
It is.
Yeah, I
Need
think
to
he
drop
for-
his queen. His queen is probably gonna walk faster.
this strat, yeah, I think if you drop it, it'll work. It'll walk faster.
Yeah, it will walk faster, I think. Oh
Uh,
no!
this
It's
this
about to finish.
strat,
Oh, there you go.
there
Speed
it
is
is.
there. Then.
Yeah, but now the Protoss is able to produce a lot of units in
Yeah, it's a lot of
anticipation,
units.
right?
It's an
Um,
immortal already.
This strat hinges on that Overlord speed.
Yeah.
All right, but let's see. Now it's about unit control here. Is he gonna be able to bust this wall? All right, so he drops it first. He's gonna start spreading creep from here, but he can't wait that long.
Yeah, because Protoss is getting stronger.
Yeah, so here it is. Here's the battle. There's an immortal back there. Oh, there's actually 2 immortals now. And here's the battle here.
Nice.
That's a good, the roaches.
Good, actually.
That's a
Gets
good
a lot.
one.
Alright, he needs to shut down this, there you go. That cyber. Take out that pylon! Instead of the gateway.
I think this is not a good control here for very cool.
Yeah.
Right? I think he has the whole
Dark
army
Menace needs to focus on those Void Ray, man. There you go. Void.
shield overcharge right here. And he does. But Zerg wisely backs up.
Nice pick on the Void Ray.
Oh, that's a good feedback there. The queens,
Yeah.
2 queens are... No, the second one does not fall.
Needs to take out that pylon. Take out that pylon! Yeah. Because that pylon is powering those 2 cannons.
Yeah, but you know, the
Picking him
3 immortals now.
Yeah,
Let's
he has
see.
3 mortals now.
Yeah, but one immortal's gonna get picked off. No, it's not. It's gonna retreat back. Alright, so the queens get
Oh
picked
my
off.
gosh,
More
Alex.
immortals, more...
Oh my gosh.
yeah, but you know what? The roach count is dwindling here,
Yeah.
right?
Not
The
looking
roach
good.
count are dwindling, and there's still 2 backbone of the army here with the immortals, and I think this is going to do it here. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna leave, but this attack is done.
Yep, he lost a lot
And
there.
this is a good hold here for Very Cool. And the thing is, if Very Cool didn't know about it, number one, and if this hit just 10 seconds earlier, I think this would have been GG, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that he forgot Overlord speed, and the fact that it was scouted, took the winds out of the sail of that attack, right?
Yep.
And so we stand here with the tech of the Zerg. We're just Roach Hydra, and the same number of base. Actually, Very Cool now takes his 4th, and the tech of Protoss here is so much better because you know what? I think Storm finished during that time.
Yeah. Yep.
And-
Merkel has Storm now. So this is not looking good for Zerg.
Yeah, so if he he's just gonna wait for enough banked energy for Storm, and if he goes, I don't think Dark Menace can stop that attack now because there's a lot of Immortals, there's a lot of Archons, right? And
Yep.
even if they trade evenly, Red Protoss is already transitioning to fleet beacon.
Yeah, and he has 4th base. Zerg is still in 3rd. So
Yeah, this doesn't look very good.
yeah, he's way behind now.
Yeah, and not to mention the +3 ground attack for Protoss is halfway done.
Oh my
And Zerg is still 0-0.
0-0 upgrades, not good.
Oh,
Wow. Very cool. It's really improved, man.
I know that was a very good defense. Now, that defense really helped with the circumstances that happened before that. But, you make that happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So more Stargates, more Templars are warping in, upgrades are coming in.
Look at
While
that. Very cool has 80 probes, man.
Ay, ay, ay.
Compared to that's 50.
And
of-
the Zerg is still stuck on Roach Hydra tech and just
Yeah.
finishing, Roach speed, or is that Hydra speed? Right? And started your 4th. In the meantime, carrier production's on the way, and he was in a much better position here. The Zerg was in game 1, right? And
Yeah.
yet, he got overrun with this specific comp, right? Carrier Storm. And what's going to be different in this game when he's behind now?
Yeah. Ground unit's gonna be 3-3. Ah.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh no,
goodness.
3 attack.
And the 5th base for the Protoss is halfway done. Yeesh. With all of these shield batteries and cannons.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Alright.
Dark Menace can do something.
Yeah, this has to be a convincing win here for the Zerg. Otherwise, I think we're it's gonna be a downhill battle from here.
Yeah, 3 carriers are about to pop out. Oh.
There's Storm there. There's charge slots. The ground army has +3 attack. This is a good split here for the Zerg, but
there's just too many.
There's just too much. And here it is.
There's
Let's
gonna be
see
a
if the
storms.
Storms connect.
Carriers just came out. There's no
Carriers
storms
are
though.
out.
I don't see
Shield
storms. There
battery
you go.
overcharge is triggered, and I think this is it. He's less than half the supply. There's a very impressive win here for Very Cool. Takes this victory in the Code S match.
Yeah, there's no way Dark Menace could do anything. That was a good GG there. End the game.
Alright, let's talk to our players here. Good games, both of you. We have a few questions. Let's start with Dark Menace. So number 1, that was a good reaction there for game 2 on the cannon rush, right? What they say was, you overreact, and you held that very well. And I think you had game 3 in good position, but I think you forgot Overlord speed. What happened there?
Yeah, I did forget Overlord speed, and I think I was dead when I didn't get it, so I still had to try it out.
Yeah, because there's only that small window when you go with that attack, and that small window has to attack a specific time, and you missed it because of the Overlord speed. And Sir Maligan was even joking here that you should just drop the queens and let them walk; it'll be faster. But
Yeah.
I think you had a good strat there. Did you prepare that ahead of time, that specific strat for this game?
Actually, I didn't. I was just making it because I wanted to kill him before he got to Sky Toss, because I hate playing against Sky Toss.
Yeah.
I would have done the same, right? Do you have any questions, Sir Maligan?
Nope. I mean, yeah, there was a very good reaction there with the cannon. I mean, I'm sure you're so used to it, especially with me playing all my cannons on you. So that's good. So yeah, on the third game, let's see. The Overlord speed. But I think he could have done a lot more damage there actually. But I guess the Overlords were just hard. Yeah, especially that pylon in the choke, because that choke. Yeah, then it. Yeah, with just one pylon. So yeah, if you took out that one pylon and the choke, I think that would have spelled different. I guess
think
it
if
could
you
have
were
been.
able to push through the natural,
Yeah, exactly.
and,
Kill the natural.
The problem was that Roach numbers were dwindling, and the immortal count was climbing, right? And at that point, it was a losing battle. But it was a good strat to do. It's just again, number 1, it was scouted by the Oracle, and number 2, you forgot your Overlord speed. So unfortunately, that does happen. But I would have done the same.
Yeah,
So,
a good game though. I like it.
Okay.
Good series.
All right,
Good
let's talk to our match winner here. Very cool. Congratulations on your win. How do you feel?
Great. I did not expect to win.
Nice. Well, actually, your transition to Sky Toss. Have you been practicing to go Sky Toss on late games? Has that been your?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot against Regret. And basically every game my win condition is if I max on Sky Toss, then I just win.
Yeah, Sky Toss is crazy. So yeah, it was imperative that Dark Menace attack you early on. So that was his plan. So question on game 2, you tapped out really quick. So that was probably, as they say, the quickest game ever in FSL history. So what were you thinking there? You think you were very behind, so you just decided?
Yeah, so I was planning on doing like this Stalker Shield Battery Cannon Rush. But then he pulled the drones and I didn't wall off my cannon and it got destroyed. So I think I was just super dead there.
I
I
see.
could have kept on playing, but I would have been so far behind. Like it's basically impossible.
Okay. So yeah, all right.
Yeah, I think we had a big
Nice
debate
job.
here. We had a big debate on if you could have kept playing, and I think we all agreed that if the spawning pool was being more, it's pretty much over. But did you know that the spawning pool hasn't even started when you GG'd and left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I wasn't. I don't know what he was doing there. Like if he was
I think
doing
he
some
just
kind of
forgot.
paper
He
well.
got. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
got
okay.
busy, so-
Microing the drones, right? Sometimes you
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering if you were aware that the spawning pool was not there. But it's nobody can blame you for GGing there. It just made for the fastest game in FSL
Yeah.
history, right? It'll go in the annals on our record books for our tourney.
Yeah, I guess they won something there.
Right. Good job.
Alright.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good
And
game,
we'll see
guys.
you guys in your next game.
Yep. Oh, GG's.
GG's.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for day 7. Let's talk about day 8, which is on Friday.
Yep. So day 8,
Who's playing day 8?
we have
Let's put that on
Miguela
screen.
Oh yeah, we have Miguela.
versus
Let them
Panic
know.
Switched. Right. So if you remember, Panic Switch is just getting back into the game. He knew what units were what and what to do. It's just that his mechanics were not there.
Mhm.
Right. And so let's see if he prepared and get his get the rust out, right? Oil the joints and get ready for a game, and that would give Miguela a run for her money here because
Yeah, I have to let her know she needs to practice.
but
Just 2
Miguela's
days.
2-1 this season, right?
Mhm.
And so I think if she wins this game, she's basically in the playoffs,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
So this is an important game for her, and I think if she does what she does, and she doesn't get too nervous, and she doesn't forget Overlord speed type of thing, right? She would be good. I think she has a good chance of taking this game. Just
Yeah,
make
I'll
sure
let
you
her know.
prepare her for this game, Sir Maligan.
Yep. I need to step in and coach her too. Definitely.
And
Who else
our
is playing? Who's
Second game is between Hyper Turtle and The Archaic. So the
Ooh.
last time we saw The Archaic play against a Protoss, he had that double prong harass and attack, which was very effective, right? And so let's see if he's going to do that again, or if Hyper Turtle is prepared for that, right?
Yeah.
And, so we'll see.
Let's see if both of them are doing their research on each
And-
player, on their opponent.
And game number 3 here is between Regret and our random player Frieden. So I think this is a game whether if you to know whether if you're gonna make it to the playoffs, because the one who loses this game I think might
Split it.
be on the outside looking in. So this is
Okay.
an important game here because your 4 makes it in, right? And based on what we've seen with Very Cool, right? I think he's gonna make it in. You have Neutrophil, you have Dark Menace, who already has 2 wins. Those 3 are have a good position, and there's just one more slot, right? And that one slot is gonna come between Regret, Mizell, and Frieden, right? And so that's why the loser of this game is gonna be in the outside looking in, and it's gonna have a low chance. But we'll see.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's it for tonight. I've noticed is we've had good viewership. We've been around 20s lately. And,
Nice.
it's good for our FSL season here. So
Okay.
KJ Freedom, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. See you guys Friday, 8 p.m.
All right.
GG's.
Good games.
Good game, guys.
See ya.
So what do you want to do about this high command one?
They just forfeit.
Hold
it, I
on,
guess.
hold on, hold on.
Okay. Or I guess we need to. If their schedule is